Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's cybersecurity briefing. All right, well, it is 1:30 p.m. Central Time here on Thursday, January 23rd. We're going to get started on our cyber briefing. If you haven't met me before, my name is Eli Carpenter. I am the Customer Account Representative and the VCIO for VanderNet. So at this point, we have all heard of cybersecurity, and we have some idea of what it's about. However, most people have a very limited scope of what true cybersecurity protection looks like. While there are a lot of tools out there that can passively help with mitigating cyber threats and even taking action to remove active threats, true comprehensive cybersecurity involves a lot more than just tools. At the end of the day, most tools can be circumvented if the end user unknowingly shares their password, clicks on a malicious link, or gives away too much information over the phone. So how do we shore up these holes in our cybersecurity strategy? The best and most reliable answer is cybersecurity awareness training. Making sure that all of your employees, regardless of what role they have in your company, has at the very least a basic understanding of cybersecurity awareness is critical to protecting your business. Cybercriminals utilize a tactic called social engineering to extract crucial information from employees without them even realizing what they're doing. Social engineering, in one way or another, makes up the largest type of cyber incidents globally. The reason for this is it's very easy with little to no risk to the cyber criminal. Social engineering is a tactic that can be done passively by mass sending phishing emails, or it can be a very targeted attack by using publicly available information via social media, a company's website, and they use this to make phone calls, impersonate managers, or even send physical mail and packages that all progress their agenda, getting your money. As artificial intelligence becomes more prevalent in everyday life, so too has its use become widespread by cyber criminals. AI is being used by these criminals to make their emails look more legitimate and even impersonate voices and faces. As their attacks become more and more sophisticated, good comprehensive cybersecurity awareness training becomes even more vital to protect your business. There are far too many forms and methods that criminals use social engineering to ever cover in a single video or cyber briefing. This is why ensuring you have some form of ongoing cybersecurity awareness training is so important. There are many tools and courses out there that offer this kind of training as a service to your businesses that can be utilized to help fill this gap. These services can vary drastically in what they offer, but typically follow a similar approach. They'll have some form of video training that can be very specific to a type of cyber incident or be more broad and cover many different aspects. Many of these tools can offer phishing training by sending fake phishing emails to your employees to gauge how likely they are to interact with real phishing emails sent by cybercriminals. However, one of the most important features to look for in these type of services is a way to track the progress of each employee to gauge their general understanding of cybersecurity. This way, you have a metric to know how likely an employee is to fall victim to social engineering, as well as setting a minimum threshold to ensure your company as a whole is protected. Of course, having the best training in the world doesn't make a difference if employees don't actively engage with the courses. As business leaders, it is vital to incentivize buy-in from your employees in cybersecurity awareness to ensure they actively participate and retain the knowledge taught in the courses. Now, moving on to cybersecurity news, one of the nation's largest IT service providers, Kaseya, has reported an ongoing cyber threat. While not a cyber incident concerning a data breach concerning the loss of data or loss of money, cyber threats are still ongoing attacks that could potentially lead to a cyber incident. In Kaseya's report, they are notifying their partners of a group impersonating their billing department using a similar domain to Kaseya. Kaseya's domain simply being kaseya.com, the malicious group is using kaseyaus.com. They're using this fake domain to send invoices or requesting confidential information, and they are warning their partners to report these emails as they come in. Another similar threat that did end up causing a cyber incident, Inotech, An Australian construction company has fallen victim to an email compromise attack. Inotech employees had received a series of emails from a known electrical contractor that they actively do business with. The emails had contained invoices for a total of over $190,000. These emails had been coming from legitimate accounts from the vendor. However, unbeknownst to Inotech, the vendor's email had been compromised by cybercriminals. The Inotech employees did not verify the legitimacy of these emails and paid the invoices without a second thought. That money ultimately being unrecoverable and going to the criminals. Attacks like both of these showcase just how important it is that every employee has proper cybersecurity awareness training, so that they know what to watch out for when it comes to social engineering. Had the Inotech employees followed good cybersecurity training best practices, they would have verified if the unexpected invoices were legitimate before submitting payment, saving the company $190,000. Emails like the ones being sent from kaseyaus.com and the ones received by Inotech are being sent every second, and not just to the big companies. No matter the size of your business, malicious attackers will come for you and your money. Will your employees be prepared to have the training necessary to not fall victim to these attacks? To wrap things up, if there's any one piece of information to take away from this cyber briefing, is that your employees and the action they take is the first and most important layer of defense when it comes to cybersecurity. Business leaders need to make sure that they provide their employees with the appropriate training so that they can be confident the employees will make decisions that will protect the business rather than compromise it. That is not to say that having cybersecurity awareness training is enough to protect your business from cyber threats, because training never guarantees that it will always be adhered to. This is why it is of the utmost importance to have layered security to try and cover as many gaps as possible. No single tool or service can ever offer full comprehensive cybersecurity, but training is always going to be one of the most critical aspects. And that is all that we have for you this week. We thank you so much for attending this cyber briefing. We do host these every week on Thursday at 1:30 p.m. Central, and we hope we will see you on the next one. Thank you. Bye-bye.